Shalom. We're going to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakal giving double honor to the apostles of those great millstone, peace and blessings to those pushing His truth and in sincerity. All right. Now, as you can see right now, I'm going right off of Mathew, the 24th chapter. Now, if you know Matthew, the 24th chapter, it's got the headings there. It says signs of Christ, which we know the word is a Mashiach, which means anointed in the Hebrew, which is anointed in the Hebrew. So it says signs of a Mashiach's return. All right, it's got little precepts here and there, basically telling you where they at in Mark, Luke, but we're going to get right into it. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 1. And Yahweh Shai went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to shew him the buildings of the temple. So Yahweh Shai, he outside of the temple. He departed from the temple, meaning he left it, and his disciples, the 12 disciples, came up to him. Verse 2. And Yahweh Shai said unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. Now, what he's going into is 70 AD. That's what he's actually speaking about. Like, this chapter jump around, right? In 70 AD, Israel was ransacked, as you will say, and the temple was thrown down. Every time the heathens got a hold of our land, they tore the temple down. But in 70 AD, they tore it down too. He was prophesying that right there. It say verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? So this time was special. All right. You know, you had other times. Obviously, right now they said that they came to him privately this time. So it was other times where it might have been, we know that. It was times where it was multitudes coming to him. It might have been the disciples and believers. It might have been the disciples and scoffers coming with a debate. You had the Pharisees and the Sadducees coming up against him. He brought up reincarnation. You know, different types of seeing these scenes happen with Yahweh Shai. But this time the disciples, this is how you know it's a special meeting, because the disciples came privately. Meaning we can't, they wasn't about to go teach this unless they had the correct answer, but they didn't know. That's why they came to it privately. All right, so this is verse, and they want to know when is the sign of him coming back. Verse 4, and Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, so don't let no man trick you. They say, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am a Mashiach, and shall deceive many. We got examples of that in what? Christ, which is white Jesus, Buddha, all that Islamic shit, all these other false religions that say, oh, I am the way to everlasting life. That's them trying to be Yahweh Shai. All right. It say, and shall deceive many. So majority of this world gonna be deceived. Funny thing about that, scripture say the deceive and the deceiver are both his, talking about the Lord. So if the Lord allow you to get deceived, if the Lord allows you to get deceived, hey, that's just the Lord's will. That's all that is. You wasn't meant. You ain't part of the elect. That's really all that go back to. Verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. All right. So a part of the sign is we're going to see wars and rumors of wars. And I heard the apostle say the wars and rumors of wars started in World War I. From that time period on, that's when that came to pass. But we still have it, like I said, from that time on, meaning it's still going on today. We've been seeing things heat up. All right. First and foremost, you had World War I, And then you had World War II. World War I is what led to World War II. Things happened in between there. World War II is what led to NATO being created. All right, so you see how certain things, they got to be made, and then it's gonna all come together. You gotta let it cook. You gotta let it cook. All right, then you had what? We could jump all the way to the 2000s. You had the war on terror, which was basically just getting the oil from the Middle East. That riled up Ishmael, which now you got the dragons of Arabia, which is second Ezra chapter 14. Talk about the dragons of Arabia, basically them Ishmaelites, or them we're gonna call them sand niggas. All those sand people, they gonna rise up. Mainly Ishmael though, because the scriptures call him a wild man, all the way back in Mathew the 27th chapter, I believe. Yeah, that's his. Yeah, a wild man. But those rumors of wars, they getting built up, because now you got Iran going up against Israel. I think it's Iran, or it's Syria. You got Syria going up against Israel because of them bombings. What you think that's gonna lead to? Israel and America, they having little quarrels behind the scenes, because it's like, we told y'all don't keep doing this, y'all making it hot. And Israel looking at them like, bro, you called me for the dirty work. The fuck I ain't gonna stop for you. Now you got Syria jumping in. So the beast is already starting to hate the whore. Those NATO nations, they starting to look around like, this nigga America, he keep getting us into shit. And then we gotta come join the fight. And what we get out of it? Yeah, we get protection, but he taxing us anyways. So you got the beast hating the whore right there. But like I was getting on them rumors of wars, it's here. You could jump from the 2000s. You had the Iraqian war, Iran. They was all in them. They was all throughout the Middle East, stepping all over them swiftly. What you got today? You got the fucking America. They aiding Ukraine and Israel, and now they aiding Palestine. How you gonna aid Palestine with food and water, and then you gonna aid Israel with guns and bombs? You gotta pick a side. This man is crazy. All right, but that's the rumors of wars, right? Just a couple examples of the rumors of wars. Then it say, for these things must come to pass. So as we see in these wars and rumors of wars, they got to come to pass. But the end is not yet. It also said, be not troubled. So when you see these wars, don't be worried. Why? We know we good. According to Isaiah chapter 65, 66, 65 in there. It say, but the end is not yet, meaning we got more signs to come. Because the world ain't end in 1943 after World War I and World War II. It didn't end there. It say, for verse 7, Matthew chapter 24, verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Do we not have that? Not only is it no longer rumors, the nations are rising against nations. You got NATO building they war supply back up. You got Russia, the BRICS nation, they coming together like, look, we ain't about to keep getting oppressed. We ain't about to keep getting taxed. I got missiles, you got missiles. What I'm paying you money for? They ready to rise up. Like, you got Syria attacking Israel. You don't think Syria know that America backing Israel? And they like, I don't give a fuck no more. What you want to do? I'm part of BRICS. I got Russia over here ready to go. Just say the word. They ready to call America bluff now. Like, yeah, nigga, you dropped them bombs. That was 100 years ago. We ain't seen you do too much winning lately. So them nations, they rising up. The scripture say, let the weak say I am strong. Or let the small say I am great. Roughly paraphrasing one of them two phrases. Probably both, shit. It say, and there shall be famines. Hold on now. We had a famine in Syria not a couple years ago. Niggas was eating grass and shit. You got famine in America right now. It was a shortage on chicken. It's a shortage on beef. You know, the cows was getting burnt up. The chicken coops was getting burnt up. You know, trains was getting derailed. Now you got boats hitting bridges. We're going to have a shortage on food. Not only a shortage on food, but a shortage on living supplies. You know, you got that in what? You got that in, I think, I forget which South American country where they dollar just crashed. Like, man, it crashed years ago, but the dollar itself crashed. But you got famines in these different countries here. It said there shall be pestilences. Come on now. The whole world had I can't say I can say the word, fuck it. We had a pandemic. The whole world was plagued with a sickness. Meaning it started in one country. Which country it is, we ain't no defined answer, but we got a couple. But that ain't the point. The point is the whole world was hit with a sickness and forced to shut down. If that ain't a pestilence of the world, tell me what is. The whole world had to shut down because of a pestilence. If that's not a sign, then what is? It says earthquakes in diverse places. You got earthquakes happening in lands that rarely get hit. Here in Cleveland, we had an earthquake a couple years ago, and niggas was amazed. They went outside just to feel the quaking because we don't get earthquakes here like that. I think the last earthquake was in the 60s, damn near 60 years ago. And the places that do get hit with earthquakes, them niggas getting hit with major earthquakes damn near every other month. Look at California. Them motherfucking tectonic places is shaking like salt. When you look up along the coast of continents where you have continental plates, or when they hit each other, volcanoes come up. Volcanoes are more active than ever. Meaning what? Those earthquakes. The continental plates, the plates are shaking. Those are called earthquakes. And the sign that we know is hella earthquakes is when those plates hit together, the magma comes up. The volcanoes, look at how many volcanoes are erupting. That's coming from earthquakes. And you can just look up how many earthquakes happen a day now, probably thousands. Verse 8, it say, all these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you. Ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Don't the scripture say they hated me before they hated you? Do my word. We not worried about these people hating. Look. The scriptures say, fear not him which could kill the body, but fear him which could cast both the body and soul into hell. You want to be sitting in the lake of fire? Be my guest. Fear these people. But if you want to be sitting on a chariot looking down at the lake of fire, hey, I would suggest you to fear the Lord, not these people. These niggas already don't like us anyways. They don't like when we when we go out and about with each other. They looking like, oh, the fuck is these niggas? What the fuck? They don't like when we out there teaching. This nigga over here cussing me out, telling me to stop eating pork. That's my favorite. They don't like us. Nothing we say, they don't like us. Roughly paraphrasing, that's why the scriptures talk about, I'm trying to see how the word is. It talks about how a prophet, he was using a parable of how he played the trumpet or an instrument and they didn't dance. All right. It say, but look, we're going to be delivered up. Who going to deliver us up? Our own people. Just like with Yahweh Shah. Oh, I know so-and-so. He lived around the corner and shit. Yeah, oh, I remember he was downtown. He over there in that area. They be down, they going to try to deliver us up on some. Well, they going to come out and say, anybody who speak against the chip, put him to death. Exercise him. Get him out of here. And guess niggas be like, well, them niggas over there telling me not to take it. They going to point the finger. It say verse 10, then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. That's what the scriptures say. Because iniquity is abound, the love of many shall wax cold. It's going to be people you think love you. You're going to turn around and they going to have a knife in their hand like, I was cutting the cake. No, that nigga was getting ready to stab you in the back. Betray. Verse 11, it say, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. Come on, it's a goddamn idol on every corner in Israel. These churches don't even teach the same thing. I'm just going to use them as an example. These churches don't even teach the same thing. But yet it's one on every corner. They come together to build a house and deceive many. That's one thing they can do. Hey, they fulfill a prophecy. Somebody got to be deceiving. And somebody got to be teaching. It say, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. I didn't know that was in this chapter, but hey. Look, because iniquity, which is what? Sin upon sin, meaning hella sin. A lot of sin. which is sin is what? Breaking the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Bahasham Yahushua. So because motherfuckers is breaking the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shah a lot, the love of many shall wax cold. Why? The law is love. The law tell you what? Don't have sex with your neighbor wife. Treat others how you, in so many words, the law tell you treat others how you want to be treated. You want nobody to have sex with your wife, so you don't have sex with nobody's wife. You don't want nobody to rob you, so you don't rob nobody. If your motherfucking ox get hit by another man's ox, you would want him to pay for your new ox, wouldn't you? So you got to pay for another man's ox if your animal kill his animal. Things like that in the law. All right, I'm going to end it with this. It say, but he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved. So he who endure all these things, which is the chip, the ICBMs, Jacob's Trouble, World War III, all right, betrayal on a mass scale, all hell breaking loose, famine, pestilence, which is, it sounds easier said than done, but he who endured through all of these things, the hour of temptation, he shall be saved. Shalom. Yahweh Bashin Yoshua Barakatah. Giving double honor to Apostle Ellis Great Millstone. Peace and blessings. Shalom.